Well, as you can see, we are at the BICC live. Malawi anzanga tukulandireni pakadali pano anzathu chokera all the way from America here in the capital city, bringing us Jesus, bringing the worship, bringing the fun, bringing the music. It's been a long time coming. Welcome, takulandirani. So a little chichewa for you would be zikomo. Can I hear that?
Zikomo?
Zikomo means thank you. Yes, so thank you for coming. It's been a long time coming, as I've said as well. Let me quickly get into the questions, because we have had, like I said, a long time coming, especially for Kurt, because you've been around, Uncle, for the longest time, and we expected that you'd be out here years ago. How does it feel to actually come out to Africa, especially a part like this that you actually haven't been to yet?
Yeah, well, I'm happy to finally... I've been on the continent many times, but haven't had the opportunity to be here in Malawi. And so I'm here with Maverick City, Todd Galberth, Tim Godfrey. I'm here with Naomi and Chandler. So, you know, I'm just really thankful.
Talking about a clash of generations, right? And getting to have people learn from each other as well. Been, I think, for Maverick kind of coming into collabo with Kirk to really glean, and also for you to learn from the team itself. How has that been?
I think, honestly think that's the most beautiful part of like coming and collaborating and learning. And what's really cool is like even the differences, the things that Kurt would enjoy, there are things that Naomi or songs that she enjoys doing more than I like doing. And for everyone to kind of put their agendas aside and say, hey, we just want Jesus to be lifted up. We want people to encounter Jesus, and like, hey, I don't have to sing my song tonight. If it's on Kurt, then we're going to let Kurt ride out. If it's on Naomi, then Naomi will lead us. It doesn't matter who has the baton. It's like, yo, as long as we get to the finish line of being in the presence of a real Savior, that's all we want. Yeah.
Well, there's such impact in, first off, social media. And then we come to music being another thing that comes in. Where do you think the kingdom culture of all of this, really bringing Jesus in the midst of such eyes from everywhere and expectation as well, how does that work out? What are your thoughts with that?
Yeah, I think... how Jesus was famous. Everywhere he went, there were a lot of eyes on him. There were a lot of people that followed him. They were screaming out, not just for their healing, but they recognized him as a prophet, a true prophet of God, and as Savior. Many of them recognized him as Messiah, and they believed that he was exactly who he was. And so, I don't think that attention is anything that Jesus is not used to. And I think that when you proclaim the kingdom of heaven, I do believe that people, especially believers and people that understand the truth of it, want to put their eyes on you. And the hope is that we can just continue to represent Christ's heart, right, and the heart of the Father to people, and lead them into worshiping in spirit and in truth. Yeah.
Rolly sang a lot of tension, a lot of excitement as well, but I know that at the end of the day, what we're really trying to do is to speak the truth of God and have people's eyes set on him. And I know that issues surrounding identity are stuff that you also look at and speak on a lot. What are your thoughts going across Africa and really still instilling that in this time? Because I mean, concerts can be a concert and that's it.
I think at the heart of it, one of the things that we can really put aside and really acknowledge about Africa is that when it comes to our faith, when it comes to how much we've gone through as a continent, we land on God. And I think a lot of what we're doing, moving around the media, whether spaces like this where we have gatherings, we're reminding people of the answer, that Jesus is still the answer. And even though we've gone through so much, that's our base, it's who we are, it's what we stand on. And you know, just talking around and having conversations with people just a little bit earlier on, and a lot of the work that is taking place is a lot of re-evangelizing, reigniting in people again a love for God, that boldness, that unapologetic sort of stance to say, yeah, this is who we are. We love God, we believe in him, we believe in holiness and righteousness, and we're going to pursue it, whether it's in a gathering, whether it's on social media, whether it's, but we believe that Jesus is still the answer. And I think this tour is reigniting that. And I'm excited about it.
Man, speaking about Africa, one of the biggest things to come out right now. Tim, man, you are doing the things. Welcome. Tell me where you think for you artistry meets Christianity, if they're at all one in the same, because I think that's a conversation that a lot of people are having right now.
Yeah, it's both works, because I hear people every time, especially from where I come from, thinking that anything that is fun is not godly. You know,
Yeah.
Christianity has to be sad, has to be in some timid way, and that's when people feel like you're anointed because you're looking sad, dirty, and all of that. That's not true. You know, that's not true. If the earth is the Lord's and everything in it, we should use everything. So I've seen miracles, major powerful miracles happen when people are jumping and dancing. So for us in Africa, sometimes we feel like until we are crying or until it's solemn, then it's not worship.
Yeah.
It's not anointed. So both works. I mean, whether you're doing that, you're doing this, whatever we're doing, we're all just vessels. And whatever way you find whatever and however you find to express yourself, express your gift. What matters is that we're getting out of the way in whatever we're doing, that Jesus takes place.
Yes. Talking about fun, are we going to have a moment?
For Big God?
Yes.
Of course.
Big God is coming up. Okay, so we're about to wrap this up. I'll close it off. What can we expect today? Because you're about to be going off onto stage in a few, which we're all excited for. But what's Malawi to get from Kirk Franklin and Maverick City? My gosh!
Well, from Kirk Franklin, you are going to get someone who's happy to be on stage with Maverick City, somebody who's happy to be on stage with Todd Galbraith and Tim Godfrey, somebody who's excited to be in this beautiful place for the first time. It's been too long, and I'm finally here. And, you know, and the old man still got a little shake in him. The old man still, you know what I'm saying, the old man still got a little rip up in him. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm going to make sure these youngsters, you know what I'm saying, you know, that these youngsters carry me off this stage. So, and then from Maverick City, what are we expecting from Maverick City tonight?
We're expecting worship, and hopefully we get through 3 songs that we planned.
I thank you all. So happy that you had time before heading off onto stage. And of course, to everybody at home, head off to BICC. It's real. It's happening. We're here. We're worshiping. We're praising. And we're having a fantastic time. Pokachala and the rest have already been on stage. So you better get here quick. We'll see you in a bit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, MPC's coming up. Yes.
Welcome to Humanity on Zodiac Television, the talk show that celebrates